Okay, we've finished backing up the test, so if we look from the top, you see how long it was, and so it brought in all the categories, basically a category for each chapter, and then it brought in all the quizzes and finished everything off. So now we need to see if it actually worked. So we hit continue, and now at the top I've got all of these things imported in the top. Now I'd rather they have not gone right to that section, but that was probably how it was backed up. So now I need to begin to start organizing them. So I may actually just move these down out of the way, and the easiest way to do that is to replace that with another section. So I find an empty section down here and just move it up. Shouldn't take too long. And if you have Ajax enabled, you'll be able to move these in a different way. And then I'll begin to move that down. Someday I hope Moodle will tidy up this method so we can deal with things like spring breaks and weeks that don't count and so on. So I'll move this down a couple so it's a little bit out of the way. Eventually maybe all the way to the bottom. And then I need to just do a kind of a sanity check to see that these tests are actually there. And if they are, that's great. So we'll just look at chapter 1 as a simple example, and I'll click on it and preview the quiz. It may not let us because it's turned off, but there we go. Being blah 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 means choose one, yada 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 yada. So one of the challenges here is it has the ABCDs, and I'm not sure if those are put in there by the test bank or respondents. So we'll do a couple things. I'll go update this quiz, and I'm going to actually shuffle the questions and shuffle within the questions, right? And we'll go ahead and let's try for 3 attempts. Take the highest grade, and let's apply penalties, and give this a try. Save and display. And the question is, will the ABCs mess with us now that we shuffled them, right? So now we have to remember we get this case, says this question could not be formatted, which means that we have a bunch of questions like that that have to be gotten rid of. ABCD, ABCD, ABCD. So in fact, the ABCDs still work even though we've scrambled. These matching seems to work, and these are a little tricky because again you're filling the blank. That's an awfully big blank to fill. It may be to create digital art, fine art. I mean, it looks like it just won one word and they put this big huge answer field. So it's acting like it wants a word, but it looks like it's a paragraph. So otherwise, it's not looking too bad. So we need to go in there and get rid of these. These questions could not be formatted. Otherwise, it looks like we can rock and roll. And in this case, you see 119 with a few of these needing to be removed. I'm curious why this field's so big, so I'll go in and edit. And notice it gives naming convention, chapter 0163. It shows the blank, has the field there. I could put feedback. The answer is nanotechnology. And there we go. So I'm not sure why those fields are saving so large, but maybe that's just the way Moodle does it. So there are some growing pains, or migration pains the first time you run one of these tests. And what I do is take an approach of being pretty flexible about the grading, let them repeat, and have a discussion forum where they actually point out errors and give them extra credit. And then you can go fix the tests, and then after the second or third semester, they'll be nice and clean, unless you go through every single one on your own. In this case, 63 times 100, that's an awful lot of tests. But that should give us a good start.